So you want to know who you are. You want to understand what you stand for. You want to understand yourself and use this knowledge to help yourself move through the world differently, to help you interact with people differently and understand what's going on outside of the invisible space in front of you. You see, the thing is, there's a problem with making this kind of video because your version of reality is not the same as mine. We live in different worlds. We're bonded to things very differently. Because with self-discovery, there's this thing called constructivism. Constructivism is how you learn knowledge based on the idea that people actively construct or make their own knowledge, and that reality is determined by your experience as a learner. Now, what does that mean? It means as you go through life, you're creating your own experiences based on who you are. You have your own version of reality and you continue to build this intellectual, emotional and intuitive world that's very different to mine. You're going to have your own beliefs, understandings, way you see things, the things you like, dislike. You'll have similar interests to your friends, your family, the people you naturally drift towards. You actually end up learning and understanding things based on what is your own version of reality already. So for example, when you're at school, if you see school as a place to see your friends, or you go to a particular class for that reason, which isn't to learn the thing you're trying to learn, then that becomes the experience you're having. That school, that place of education becomes something more than just a place to get educated. Now, I've gone slightly off track here, but that's how complicated it is. Even as you're watching this video, you're deriving your own meaning from what I'm saying, and you're projecting your own meaning onto this video. Bypassing this idea of constructivism to better understand who you are, very challenging, it's very difficult, because it's the meaning which is connected to your own version of reality, your own emotion, your own intuition, your own intellect. You are deriving meaning from watching this video. The problem you have just became 10 times harder. Now, I'm making this video fully aware I've just been on this very traumatic journey. The last 3, 4, 5 years has been incredibly disruptive. So who am I really to talk about self-discovery? Well, I'm still learning about myself. I'm still understanding who I am as a person. When making this video, talking about self-discovery, if you do want to find yourself, then you're talking about the internal world, the stuff that's going on inside of you that you can't see. And somehow rewriting that unconscious world you've been potentially building for decades, and changing it to change who you are, to change the space in front of you. You have to somehow almost kill off your old self. You have to be almost at that breaking point for you to reject who you are and then be reborn again, a new version of you. It's at this point you're born into your new self and you become the way you've always been capable of being, but there hasn't been that space in front of you to find that and to become that and to create that out into the world. So what do you do with this? How do you find yourself? My answer is you don't. Yourself finds you. You have to get outside of yourself and almost allow yourself free. The better phrase would be to become yourself, to create yourself, to allow some sort of new room or something different in front of you for you to become the way you can potentially become. You are essentially deconstructing your own version of reality. You are penetrating your emotional, intuitive, intellectual bonds to become yourself. Find yourself, allow yourself free, become yourself.